The Republic of Maldives is an island state on the southwest of the southern foreland of India, and it consists of several atolls and about 1,200 islands. Out of them, only 200 islands are populated, and a further 87 are dedicated exclusively to the tourism industry. The arrival point is always Malé, the capital city, which extends over an area of almost 300 square kilometres of the surrounding islands. The predominant religion in the Maldives is Islam. However, religion is not adhered to here as strictly as elsewhere. Nevertheless, the Maldivians react very sensitively to any kind of disparagement of their religion. The great influence of the state authority is barely sensed by the visitor. The islands are inhabited by almost 340,000 people who earn their living predominantly from tourism along beach coasts and on the picturesque islands. Once typical occupations like a fisherman or a shipmaker are more and more being replaced by far more lucrative sources of income, tourism and recreation. One unpleasant fact for tourists. Here it is determined by the state power where people are allowed to stay. The regions on islands inhabited by the natives stay inaccessible for the tourists. Not everyone in the Maldives has access to islands untouched by the Western style and technologies. Only those who get a permit through the hotel or a so-called special agreement are allowed to visit and explore otherwise closed segments of islands. After a nearly 10-hour flight, the visitor is richly rewarded, as the Maldives is really a group of islands as if cut out from a pictorial catalogue. The Maldives first became known 30 years ago. Its beautiful beaches with a fabulous turquoise sea and a spectacular sea world, and with more than 700,000 holiday makers per year, mean it is ranked among the most popular tourist destinations, warranting an unforgettable holiday experience. The Maldives will preoccupy lovers of the culinary arts too, with all sorts of preparations of exotic fish, and for Europeans the rather unusual combination of sweet fruits with spicy curry. Just so, evening after evening, you can admire the sunset, which creates a magic atmosphere together with the beautiful beaches. Due to its area of just 2 square kilometres, Malé is the smallest capital city in the world. Nevertheless, a quarter of the overall population of the Maldives lives here. In the late afternoon, fishing boats called donis enter the ports. The daily catch is then sold on the fish market. Most of the hotel cooks come here to buy fish of all kinds. Every day, again and again, the fishermen set sail for the sea. Only on Friday, they interrupt their regular work and relax. The most important building in the capital city is the Friday Mosque and the neighbouring Islamic centre. Also, unbelievers and tourists have to take off their shoes in front of the marble stairs. The golden dome of the mosque, protuberant above the city relief, can be seen from far away. Under this dome, over 5,000 believers gather here for prayer every day. However, at the time of prayers, the mosque is closed for tourists. Next to the Friday Mosque, the Sultan Park is situated. It acts as an oasis in the middle of the hectic rush of the surrounding city. Also, the President's Palace stands near. Its name is not in accordance with reality any longer, as the President does not reside here very much. Exclusively legal and administrative matters are handled here. The President moved his residence to another island. Unfortunately, it is impossible to visit this new residence. If you want to set off from Malé to further hotel islands, you can use hydroplanes. Soon you will get the impression that barefooted pilots really work in paradise. After overcoming the initial nervousness, the passengers enjoy the flight very much, because this way they are provided with a literally breathtaking sight of individual islands and a stunning sea. As the hydroplane cannot land directly at the hotel, the Maldivians pick up their visitors and their luggage in so-called dorney boats from the landing area and take them to the beach of the appropriate dream island. The service is fabulous too. The hotel staff, for example on the Riti beach, literally mollycoddle their guests. Riti beach, translated, means beautiful beach, and by no means is it the only beauty here. Even the wishes of the most demanding guests come true in the parks with great rich green palms and in the pool with agreeably cold fresh water. During fish feeding on the way to the hotel, you can see amongst other things gentle black devil rays. Also sharks, which are not dangerous for people, like to come for an easily earned titbit. Water sports supporters will certainly be in their element here, although the main reason for trying these sports is more often as entertainment rather than sport itself. For example, a speedy ride on jet ski creates a regular component of the offered program. Banana boating presents another possibility to enjoy the water. Up to 6 people at once may amuse themselves on this attraction. High spraying water offers irresistible entertainment for the whole family. Water sledging is a special kind of amusement. It is called here fun tubing. You drift along through the waves on 2 rubber tyres. However, while riding a kayak or surfing, you must involve your muscles as well. A man should simply try all the offered attractions at least once before finding the right one. Just to be sure, there is something for everyone, so that one can enjoy the limpid water. Ayurveda village at Mituparu presents with its specialised doctors and therapists for the first time in the Maldives the Ayurveda spa in an authentic climactic environment. It is presented outside its home country as a so-called Ayurvedic theory. Independently of the wide choice of particular effective treatments, they are also offering intensive courses which take into account all the substantial elements of treatment. Head massages, facial massages, synchronic body massages, oil, herbal and rice massages, all purificatory elements, herbal baths, inhalation and acupuncture. Yoga and meditation are commonly classified as original Ayurveda components. In order to enjoy a real desert island atmosphere, you can be discharged preferably on the so-called Robinson Crusoe Islands. Everything including the nature is retained here in its original condition. Mini forests in the middle of islands are real, in spite of the fact that no dangerous animal species live here. The only danger here may be at most the feeling of solitude, but in such a case you can be taken back to the hotel island after the very first day. A ceremonially arranged barbecue with selective fruits and other uncommon delicacies is expecting you there. Besides the meat and fish, above all sea fruits are grilled here. Recently caught lobsters prepared before the eyes of the guests are melting on their tongue even more gently. Although the individual islands are gorgeous, there is much more to admire. A man would really only half know the Maldives if he focused only on the water surface. Below the surface, the shoals of trumpet fish, jewel cichlids and other colourful sea animals romp about. You do not have to be professionals. The submarine depths are open for beginners too. On professional courses, everyone can learn diving, and even after a short theoretical lecture, one can try to dive into the sea world full of the most diverse species of fish. However, it is very important that you obey the hand instructions precisely. Safety is paramount during diving. Apparatus in perfect condition and professionally trained instructors go without saying on this island. After training ashore, you move to the sea. The most beautiful diving localities lay at the depth of 12 to 15 meters. Diving practice is always carried out in small groups. Diving courses cost about $200 American. Introduction, theoretical lecture, necessary equipment and apparatus, and up to 3 dives are included in this price. In the evening, the divers get a small surprise. a night barbecue on the beach. Everyone tries to prepare an unforgettable evening for the guests. A smell of all possible delicacies and specialities of the submarine world pours out from the grill. Tables and chairs are unnecessary here. The hotel staff created a shark from the sand, and the guests may sit on it comfortably. Is there a better way to conclude a day in paradise? However, working is necessary in paradise too. The two main activities pursued on this island are picking coconuts directly from a tree and selling its milk, which is drank pure or used for cooking. Also, the second activity is in token of an old tradition. An art handicraft of Donny boat construction has been carried out for centuries on Kamadu Island. The Maldivians consider their main means of transport as an object of art, and therefore fishing and transport boats are handmade by request of the customer. 4 people are working for 40 days on one boat. People from Kamadu always earned money mainly out of shipmaking. Nowadays it is not completely so, because tourism becomes a bigger enticement for sizable earnings. But after all, most of the inhabitants stick to traditional occupations. Also, women participate on work. They produce matting from coconut leaves and sell them to hotels. Although the spirit is peaceful and vocational, children of the residents must go to school. Exactly according to Western style, the children from the age of 6 sit at a school desk. The school system is very advanced and is similar to the English educational system. Education up to the 7th grade is free. This school is currently attended by 42 pupils. They are divided into 6 grades from the 1st to the 6th. We even used to have the 7th grade, but this does not exist anymore because we do not have enough pupils. After we educate children here up to the 6th grade, they usually go to Ada Fushi or even to Malé if they want to study more. On Kamadu, quite a normal city centre with all the equipment facilitating life is situated beside the school, which is attended by native children. The architectural style corresponds to the natural conditions and it makes use of natural materials. The walls are built from coral stones. Even the sea is exploited in every respect, of course, especially with fishing. With the aid of a Donny boat, you will get to another island, to Ada Fushi on Bar Atoll. This is the capital of this atoll, where a traditional place for prayer occurs, same as on all the other islands. The children commute here from remote places to accomplish their school education here. Many of them go studying abroad then, to Sri Lanka or to India. Despite the possibility of higher education, many natives choose the traditional occupation, shipmaking, and want to remain on the island. The evening programme of the holidaymakers is usually taken care of by the hotel staff. The most popular attraction is night fishing. When the sun sets, the guests move to the open sea on boats to catch their own dinner for this evening. However, the hotel does not guarantee fishing success. Patience is simply necessary. Neither does the one who does not take a great catch have to be hungry in the evening. At the hotel grill there is enough food for everybody. The favourite meal? Fish of all styles. A grill with flaming coals and Indian spice makes out of this evening a culinary adventure with the typical atmosphere of this country. Each cook prepares for guests his own speciality with exotic spices.
Mixed together Sri Lankan.
Our cuisine is strongly influenced by Sri Lanka and by India. We use the same ingredients and spices.
Small different type because
on the Maldives we like very much the taste of coconut.
And the same spices.
We use it for preparation of both salty and sweet meals.
Using coconut, Maldiven also using the coconut.
Dancing evenings are traditionally arranged in the hotel. The visitor may have a look into the immemorial customs of this country and listen to its indigenous music. Dancers in multicoloured costumes are transported to the hotel especially for this evening performance. Dancing is a very respected occupation in the Maldives. The girls begin learning when they are very young. Music is very important for Maldivians. Each musician makes his own drums so that his songs get a proper sound. Precise rhythm is not strictly determined, and each musician and dancer just follows his own internal voice. Western influences are naturally sensed here. After a ritual evening program, the music groups play famous hits. The disco starts. Meanwhile, those who need a bit of fresh air or a small break for relaxation should afford a fruit cocktail at the bar. In any case, you should not forego a visit to some native island. All necessary special permits are secured by the hotels, which at the same time organise such day trips and also reserve a guide. The journey takes place on the typical dhoni boats. Guides secured by the hotel will explain to the tourist with pleasure everything such as, for example, this island's flora and typical sounds and daily customs of its islanders. The islanders treat the white visitors with a kind of skepticism and coyness, but never unkindly. In villages, you can watch how women knit the coconut matting, which they either sell to the hotels or use for building of their own homes. After the initial coyness, the curiosity of the village children finally prevails and they show a charming smile to the foreigner. The influence of English power from the time of colonisation is evident up to the present day. Children wear a school uniform at school, and beside the Maldivian official language of Divehi, they of course also learn English. The turquoise blue crystal clean water, the powder smooth white sands, coconut palms in a moderate breeze and the submarine world, and the inevitable passion. This is the Maldives. Besides its flora and fauna, this country is characterised not only by over 1,000 islands, but also by its richness. No matter if it is Robinson, a family, or a sport fanatic, here each visitor will definitely choose from such a wide choice exactly the right thing for himself.